one of the biggest things that I was reflecting on is nihilism, because one, I hate to start with the sadness, but one of my friends, somebody I met from school, I have a vivid memory of him, passed away. He was just a young man. He was I mean, maybe, yeah, some kids will say I'm older than Google, but for me, he was a young man. He was around 30, 31. And he was just starting in his life. And he finished school and he started, an online shop and sold clothes. And he was he was in the middle of just growing his business. And then they found him dead in his apartment. He didn't suicide or anything. This is not a sad note, but it's, reality. Reality is beautiful, but it has some things that it makes us reflect. And what happened with this guy is that I just started diving deep into the rabbit hole of the unpredictability of death and how it's so unconsequential with our own desires and our own, passions and sometimes illusions. Now I think there might be like delusions of purpose and what we're here for, to be this great personality or to be a millionaire, or you kind of feel like one day you're gonna get to the point where you become that person who you're made to be. And there's a lot of people chasing after many things, success. And this guy was chasing after success, and it was just so absurd to find out how, in the middle of nothing, he never even became rich. That's all he did in life. He had an online store. That's all he did in life. I'm pretty sure he was kind to his family members. He made a lot of friends. But I was just diving deep into this, just trying to figure out how this makes sense in the grand scheme of things. And I kind of started getting a little bit depressed. I was like, oh my God, what's the point of doing anything, right? What's the point? So I'm just scrolling all day, just doom scrolling. And what's the point of, just even finishing school or working? It's a valid question, if in the end it's all going to be for nothing. And, deep down, like in the bottom, I knew I didn't believe myself. There was no way I actually believed that. I just wanted to vent. I just wanted to complain a little bit about this unpredictability of death. And I came up with this great idea, which was writing a book called Bull, and then, BS, right? I don't want to get censored. I don't know if they censor bad words here, but I'll find out. But it's the unnecessary complexities of life, and how life is just full of BS. It's full of BS time after time. Like, there's so many things that are impeding that we actually get to enjoy our experience. And when we actually want to do something worthwhile and achieve something happens. There's so many obstacles. We just have to do these unnecessary efforts that are there just because, I don't know, somebody invented the system this way. Some people would say we're slaves in a system that just keeps us in a cycle of running after a carrot. And I was just thinking of all these things, and then I figured out. I was like, wait a minute. All of these things, all of these, unnecessary complexities, for a better term, and all these desires of being rich and becoming somebody important, In my case, I'm a filmmaker. I study filmmaking, and making movies one day, or directing, or whatever. You know, it's all just a distraction. And then that was like a click moment. I was like, what? Yeah. Hey, bro, it's just a distraction. Those things are only distractions, because chasing after these distractions was what was making me feel that life was not worthwhile in the face of the unpredictability of death. The clear unpredictability of death, because it's all there, always there. Everybody knows it deep down. Some people just ignore it and keep on chasing. But, for me, it was just like right in front of me, and I couldn't just ignore it. I was just like, the unpredictability of death, there is no delusional purpose you should chase after. Maybe there is. If it works for you, whatever floats your boat is good. I mean, if you believe you're the next Messiah, I mean, good for you, dude. And do you. But I don't want to say that there's no purpose. No, that's not what I'm here for. I was making this video to actually provide some hope. Because what I found out was that you really have a distraction from what really matters in your life. And what really mattered was not that he made a store, a clothing store. It wasn't whether he became rich or, I don't know, had friends or anything. It was what he did while he was alive. And I was listening to Alex Hormozy, just yesterday, talking about how you should set goals that are not outcomes, but activities, because that's going to help you actually achieve success. And it just hit me so hard, like, success is not something you achieve. Success was done during the process. And the act of success is doing something that you actually love. What matters is not if he achieved something with his store, it's if he did what he loved while he was alive, no matter how long he lived. And in the face of that, like, if you do what you truly love, no matter how long you live, no matter if you ever become famous or not, or no matter if you ever become rich or not, obviously you have to make good use of your resources and be smart about it, right? But the whole point of playing the game is playing it good, right? But the solution to nihilism is the present moment and love. Because the whole purpose of love is just discovering what you're here for, just discovering what you truly love and just giving yourself into it forever. Like, it's never ending game. Forever, I mean, without thinking about ever ending, just give into it and forget about everything else. And that made me understand. I was thinking about, what should I do? I've been, in my job search, luckily I found a job again. It was some rough times, but, the thing is, what I truly love is the exploration of, it sounds very broad, of reality or focal range. Every time I increase my focal range, every time I learn something, every time I, just explore my passions, I feel that is, really worthwhile. That's really worthwhile. And I wanted to create this video to share a little bit of that passion with you, because some people say what's important is you get the Bugatti, right, or you get the private plane, or you get the hot chicks around you. And I'm not gonna say that's not what I want, because I definitely would love. I don't care about a Bugatti. I don't know. I really don't care about it. I care about motorcycles. I would love a Ducati, but it's, again, Alex Hormozy says it's really easy to live the 1% lifestyle with just $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. But after you reach that level, it doesn't really matter anymore. There's not really more of a lifestyle that you can live. It's just a game. It's just about, being addicted to freedom and working at something you love, right? So that's why I'm creating this first video in my channel, and I'm launching my channel. It's about extending your focal range, and it's about doing what you love and exploring my passions. And I really hope you resonate with me and the ideas that I'm going to be sharing with you. So I just wanted to give you the introduction to this content platform that I'm going to be launching. And there's a few concepts that I'm definitely going to be exploring, but it all comes down to this. We all have that sensitivity that allows us to identify when there is something beyond superficiality. And if life was just that nihilistic concept of existence, right? There's no point in living life, right? Why would it be so intricate and complex? And I'm not talking about hard to live or deal with. I'm talking about so nuanced and rich. Like you literally lift the rock and you find an entire universe under it, and you find incredible knowledge, and you find opportunities everywhere. And I just think that's something I can do for the rest of my life. You're just being amazed about reality and everything that is around me. And definitely as a filmmaker, that's something I want to sink my teeth in deeply, and just portray the nuances of interpersonal dynamics and, just the world around us, and just be inspired every day and inspire others. And that's what this is about. It's about the sensitivity that you have, my friend, and that you can just activate, but you have to be a little bit not in like normal mode. You have to kind of stop and question yourself about the things you don't usually question yourself about, because typically what we do is that we just just jump through a pattern of how we do things, right? And this pattern is what allows us to do things easier the next time we do them, right? So we have learned to interact with reality in a way that is intuitive to us. It's, the regular things, we're always focusing on the same type of things in reality, and just ignoring or overlooking some other things that some other nuances that are right there, just that are not really that important, typically speaking. But if you actually stop and observe these nuances, you will identify that they are very rich and that can provide a lot of knowledge to you. So, looking beyond the superficial layer of reality and gaining a little bit of focal range, or as I like to call it in my diary or log, X-ray vision. Just being able to see in between lines and past what is right before you. That is something I could just sink my teeth deeply into and just like do forever and never get tired of it and just enjoy. And I think it makes us very interesting individuals, and that's definitely something that I want to strive for in my life. Just gaining as much insight as I can from reality. And, you can find it pretty much anywhere. So, for example, one of the things that, just to give you an idea, I might be talking about in the next video, is what is going on with the Marvel universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe. You see, there's a big divide between the people that like the movie, The Marvels, the new movie, The Marvels, and the people that don't like the movie, The Marvels. And this, just might not be that interesting to the uncurious eye. But if you dig a little bit deeper, you will understand what is actually going on behind it. Just to mention a couple of the comments that I've read in the past, people saying that this is just a woke flop content or things like that, and they're pretty much enraged. And why is that? If you dig a little deeper, I mean, your subconscious is going to be tugging at you, saying, "Hey, check this out. Let's dig a little deeper. Let's figure out what's going on." And you will find that this is not really about the political ideology they're portraying. What's really going on, if you give it some thought, is that people are sensing artistic dishonesty in the productions that they are creating. What do I mean by artistic dishonesty? I mean that people are sensing that they are being sold something as cinematography or, just art, when it's really not art, it's more political propaganda. And what does that mean? It means that people are feeling that Disney and Marvel are not really invested in creating actually good stories, but rather apparently invested in representing the subsections of their audience or minorities in their films for the sake of moral or political reputation. And they're not really caring about if they are represented well within solid stories. This is becoming a problem because then people are resenting these minorities, and they're saying, they're learning that when there's a minority in a film, it's going to be a flop, it's going to be bad, instead of actually opening up to shifting the mindset and questioning the traditional paradigms. So this sensitivity that I could have overlooked very easily allowed me to gain some deeper understanding about what's going on with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this happens all the time. It happens when you talk to people. It happens between the things they say. For example, another example, I was checking out this comment on Facebook, and there was this girl saying that she just hated how indie film lovers tend to feel superior to regular other people, right? And deep down, I understood that it's not really about what they do and why they feel that they have some special ability to understand and process film. It's really about the attitude that they portrayed with. And, just this took me down a rabbit hole of what is true humility. Because typically what you will feel when you are talking about humility is that you have to hide your talents, and that people that have, really incredible talents should act as if they don't have them. But this is not true humility. And the thing is, she was feeling that superiority was a blanket statement that covered the individual as a whole. But the nuance is that superiority is actually just specific to one skill. You can't be superior at everything all the time. There's always somebody that's going to be better than you at something that you don't do as well as somebody else. But you're always going to be superior to other people at whatever it is you dedicate time to. And that is very, very valuable. So she, in a way, was also being subject to superiority because she was denying the possibility to inquire if the person actually has something that makes them special. She might, there's two scenarios. She might be saying, you're not that special, overlooking some magnificent talent. Or maybe she's feeling you're really not that special. You're really inferior. But either way, I understood. She was talking about how if you have something special, if there's something you have dedicated time to developing, you shouldn't act like bitch. I don't know how censorship works on YouTube. I'll figure it out. What words can I say? What words can't I say? Either way, just don't be a bitch about it. I think I might have to cut that part out. Anyway, just don't be mean about it, right? That's what she was actually complaining about. Because leaders are not the ones that break people down with their strengths. Leaders are the ones that build others up with their strengths. So true humility is actually about accepting who you are and what your strengths are, and accepting who other people are and what their strengths are, and then just building everybody up with it. And that nuance with humility is sometimes what has in traditional, religious culture made people feel that there's a lack of authenticity. And it's the same nuance that is going on with Marvel, because it's not about humility, but it's about actually caring about the minorities. If you actually care about minorities, Marvel, create good stories that back their personalities with credible facts, or narrative structures. Don't just throw anything out there and invest millions of dollars into things that people are gonna clearly see that are sloppy plot lines. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing with this channel. I hope you enjoy it. I hope that it actually can add some, profound value to your perspective, and just help you with your expansion of vision in the different things that I'm going to be talking about, which are also my passions, the things that I love. Yeah, sorry about that. If you have any ideas of things that maybe you would like me to explore, if you have any ideas of things that maybe you're tackling in life or you're currently grappling with, and you would like me to take a look at them and just dig deeper, I'd be very excited about it, and I'll love to create some content around that as well. So just please subscribe and stay connected. If you find any value in any of my videos, feel free to share them with your friends, and just let me keep you up to date on the new content that I will be posting on this platform. So go ahead and click on the bell so I can keep you updated. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments below. Good or bad, it all helps. And stay tuned to my next videos. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.